The Scientific and Technical Advisor Body staff for the 2001 UNESCO Convention of the Protection of the Underwater Cultural Heritage is a body formed by 12 international experts on underwater archaeological and similar fields in order to advise the conference of state parties in technical and scientific issues related to the underwater cultural heritage and assist all state parties which ask for help, especially those that do not have underwater archaeologists. To the effect, each state party can ask the staff for recommendation or even to have the assistance of a mission integrated by experts. Among the examples of the scientific efficiency of this mission, in contrast with the treasure hunters, looting disguise archaeological work, there are those which took place in 2014 in Haiti. In a sea campaign directed by Dr. Javier Nieto, whose goal was the investigation of a shipwreck speculated potentially by the Santa Maria ship, used in the first trip of Admiral Christopher Columbus. After the work at the sea and exhaustive analysis of the materials, it was confirmed that the wreck corresponds to a late period between the end of the 17th century and the beginning of the 18th. The second mission took place in the 2015 in Madagascar, directed by archaeologist Michel Leur, in response to a petition made the country's government, whose objective was to evaluate the state of the shipwreck found in the Saint Marie Bay, presumably identified at the Adventure Galley, of note by the pirate Captain Kidd. Speculation was invalidated through a scientific analysis of the archaeological material. Likewise, last year, UNESCO sent an state mission to Panama in order to examine the remains of the San Jose and 17th century Hispanic galleon sunken in the archipelago known as Las Perlas. The mission concluded that the company did not act under the international scientific norms urged by the 2001 Convention. In all the above case, the Convention Secretariat at the STAB specialists work in a coordinated way in the local government in each one of the countries, recommend them to adopt a national legislation which provides in a legal and practical way and a stronger protection to their underwater cultural heritage. Benefits. The benefits to this staff mission in the different state parties who ask for such assistance are opportunity assistance in national legal issues. Specialists direct attention through suggestions to specific problems. Provision to specialty supporting recommendation by the staff experts. Support to encourage the capacity building. And provision of the necessary element in order to facilitate a better understanding of the Convention. Problems and proposals. The enemy to defeat is the major looting by companies and groups interested in the commercial exploration. It is through the promotion of national law that each one of the STAB parties would be able to stop the plundering and the illicit traffic of the underwater cultural heritage. Creation of charts archaeological is the first point. Underwater cultural heritage and now visibility with a special emphasis in the legislation. Efficient and contribution interaction with national and international police corps. Preparation of red lists, including the people involved in pillaging of cultural goods, and creation of the necessary instruments so each STAB party can have at least one specialty in this field. The creation of specific laws is a very long and complex process. It is a fact that in some countries this has been achieved in a fast way, but in others the process has faced private and commercial interests that have been a real obstacle for the appropriate protection of the underwater cultural heritage. Before this complex scenario, protection strategies have been developed. A good decision was the creation of a specialty area at a national level, the Vice Directorate of Underwater Archaeology, written at the National Institute of Anthropology and History, official agency that led at works in the matter. As a result of this research, we have been able to locate and record 447 underwater sites whose chronology range from the late Pleistocene to the 20th century only in the Yucatan Peninsula. In Mexico, over the last 30 decades, we have provided the raising of conscience and the creation of capacity about the importance of the natural underwater sites through different means, like a master's degree course, a sorted training course, temporary exhibition, virtual visit, and constant presence in communication means and electronic media, a course organized with the UNESCO with the participation of Latin American and the Caribbean countries, and more recently, the creation of the Underwater Archaeological Museum and a virtual museum. Final comments. To finish, I urge the STAB parties to look for support in the staff. Likewise, I exhort for international and regional cooperation regarding the application of the 2001 Convention guidelines as a firm committed to preserve the underwater cultural heritage regarding all contracts with enterprise whose only aim in the commercial exploration of this legacy, and a strong line against the illicit traffic of all cultural goods. Thank you very much for your attention.